Welcome to the Catamount Football Show with Coach Matt Land. I'm Bill Mayo, and this week we'll take a look back at last week's game with Sprayberry and also talk about the bye week and then the upcoming game with the Allatoona Buccaneers. So stay right here, back with more Catamount Football in just a minute.
You know what makes Carpet Express different from other flooring companies? We care about you. So that you can make the right choice for your home, at Carpet Express we offer carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, ceramic tile, and luxury vinyl tile. We don't only sell you a product. At Carpet Express we offer quality installation backed by a warranty. We don't stock one or two products. At Carpet Express we stock up to 100 different products in each category at affordable prices. So come to Carpet Express where we care about you.
I'm Kelsey with the Chick-fil-A here in Dalton, and we're partnering again this year with the Dalton Quarterback Club to provide you an awesome tailgate meal each home game starting at 5:30. Be sure to be here by 6 o'clock for the catwalk and get your Chick-fil-A meal with Coke products sold separately. Chick-fil-A of Dalton reminds you to eat more chicken and go be great! Go
Oh, who's this old guy?
Oh, that's Cooper. Most people like to adopt the younger dogs. But one day your time will come, huh, Cooper?
Sweetheart, what about this puppy?
Honey puppies. Mommy, Daddy, that's it. That's the one.
The Coldwell Banker Homes for Dogs project has helped find homes for thousands of shelter dogs.
How's your tea?
Because our agents don't just understand real estate, they understand what home is all about.
All right, Coach, let's talk a little bit about Sprayberry last Friday night. Certainly not the outcome we wanted, and not going to sit here and make excuses and about what was good or bad or right or wrong, but I think it clearly shows the strength of our region.
Oh, no doubt.
If you're not playing, hitting on all cylinders, you're going to get beat.
Absolutely.
And I don't care if it's Sprayberry or South Cobb or
I agree.
whoever.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Or Harrison.
I think it definitely showed the depth of our region, and I think it also shows the parity and the improvement in our region. There's an ebb and flow within that Cobb County area, whether it's Wheeler and Pope and South Cobb and then you get into Allatoona and Harrison, Kennesaw Mountain, and Sprayberry. There's an ebb and flow. Those people move throughout those communities, and I think the bigger thing is when you got 1.5 million people within 15 minutes of every school,
right.
The kids are going to flow to the opportunity. And certainly I think the thing that we saw, I know speaking from a defensive perspective, looking at their offense, probably the best offensive line, in my opinion, best offensive line we faced, including Harrison. Mm-hmm. Harrison was big. I don't know that they were as athletic as this bunch was.
Right.
They ran extremely well. They probably had the fastest player that we've faced, number 6, and had a great thunderback to kind of go with it, 24. He gets gimped up middle of the third quarter. We were unable to seize on that, although we did, I think, play well defensively. They're an offense that has put up some numbers and put up a lot of yards. So I thought our defense played sound. The other thing is they just had a quarterback that never put them in a bad play.
Right.
If we slanted, then he pulled and went out the back door. If we overloaded, he threw the quick slant or the quick out. And I thought he managed the offense very well. So looking at what they did to us from an offensive standpoint, attacking our defense, I think they really probably mastered the game plan that they'd put together. What did you think as far as the defense?
Well, we knew going into this game, and we said this last year.
We said it last week on the show.
Right, their defensive coordinator did a very good job
Absolutely.
against us last year, gave us some problems, and last Friday night wasn't an exception. And I think they took the approach that they were not going to let Jamir beat them.
Oh, yeah.
They were going to make our quarterback, our receivers, another running back, make
right.
somebody else
That's
make
right.
that play. Because if we had 5 offensive linemen in the box, they had 7 guys.
That's right.
If we had Josh in there and we had
That's right.
6, or they always had 1 or 2 more
That's right.
than what we had. Plus, they did a lot of slants and stunts, a lot of things that they had not showed in their previous 6 games.
That's right.
And it was all geared to stop Jamir.
yeah.
And unfortunately, they were successful. I mean,
Well,
you combine it with some bad plays by us, some untimely penalties, and it just led to the kind of production that we're not used to on our offense.
Well, and I think it also goes to show you, and I think this is probably the message that I think we'll go into this week with. We missed tackles. We missed blocks. We had some missed assignments. None of them were fatal, but the culmination of all of those became fatal to us.
That's right.
Wrong time, and we're first and goal and wind up having a 3rd and 35. You know, you can't have that. I mean, those are the kind of things. Defensively, you know, you give up a critical down, you have them 3rd and 12, 3rd and 14, and they throw a curl and pick up a first down. You know, so those are the things you got to work on. But I think we'd be remiss to not say, it also shows the rigor of our region from the standpoint of week to week to week. We've played 6 strong weeks. And to be honest with you, we're beat up right now. And this, you know, I know how we want to coach coming out of a loss, but I also know we've got to get healthy.
Right.
Hopefully, over these next 2 weeks, we're going to be able to get some of our guys back, maybe get all back with the exception of a couple. But for the most part, hopefully we'll begin to get healthy. I think Jameer's got some health. He just needs to, you know, just get back. We've got a lot of sickness out there. Obviously, Landon coming back quarterback. We get a little depth back maybe on defense. We can move. You know, people don't realize when you lose a player like a quarterback, okay, that's one position. But then you have to take your starting free safety.
Who's the quarterback of the defense?
That's what I'm saying. Who's the quarterback of the defense and moving
Yeah.
the offense.
Yeah.
Now what happens is you've actually lost 2 players. So there's some multiplicity that's going on there. But I'm going to tell you, everything said, all the problems. I'm so proud of our guys. They fought from the 48 minutes. They did not give up. They knew exactly what was in play. They worked hard. They were coachable. Like I said, yeah, we made errors. We made some tired errors. That's what when I went back and looked at it, it wasn't errors that were made willingly. And it wasn't errors that was even made what I would call lazily.
Right.
They was tired, just tired. It's shown. So I think we certainly will meet this week, talk about a strategy going forward of how we get healthy, how we get rested, how we correct those mistakes, and then how we move forward. So like I said, I'm very, I will say this, very, very proud of our special teams. It's great to see J.J. Roberto get a 42-yard field goal. We've not had that. That's good to have going in this last part of the region and into the playoffs.
Absolutely. Let's take a break. We'll be back with more Catamount Football Show in just a few minutes.
Hi, my name is Charles R. Hicks Sr. I'm the owner of Transformers Transmission Complete Auto Repair Specialist, and we are excited. It is football season. Another thing that we're excited about is our new facility opening here at 844 Sugar Road in Dalton, Georgia. Our other location at 815 East Walnut Avenue is still open to help continue your car service. So just give us a call at 706-529-2706. And from the Transformers family, God bless and have a beautiful day.
With VidLink, OptiLink's exciting new entertainment platform, you'll have the freedom to stream VidLink content on multiple devices, even when away from home. Plus, with VidLink, you can access the widest array of content on the market. You'll get great features like Restart, Replay, cloud-based DVR storage, all HD programming, and so much more. Contact us today to see how you can get linked to the next big thing in video entertainment.
Buy from the pros who know at Proformance Sports Academy. Our pro shop has one of the largest selections of bats, gloves, and cleats in the North Georgia area, featuring Rawlings, Wilson, Louisville Slugger, DeMarini, Mizuno, and the largest New Balance cleat dealer in the area. We provide baseball and softball gear for travel leagues, rec leagues, middle school, and high school programs. Get your baseball and softball training, equipment, and uniforms from the former collegiate and professional players who know at Proformance Sports Academy. ProformanceSportsAcademy.com.
Welcome back to the Catamount Football Show. We've got our coaches interview segment. We've got Coach Jamie Penney. Coach, welcome to the show.
I'm glad to be here.
All right, so I want you to talk a little bit about this year for your guys so far and your responsibilities with the team.
I'm the defensive ends coach. This year I've had the luxury of I finally had 2 guys coming back that started for me last year, so that's nice to have 2 guys that fill in a spot. That
talk about the difference that makes, what you can do when you've got returning starters versus guys that maybe haven't played before and you have to develop them into varsity players.
I mean, like you said right there, developing them to get them to learn a defense. Obviously, they know it at the JV level, but getting them ready for Friday nights is a completely different ball game than playing the JV. And when they've done it for 10 games the year before, it's much easier transition rolling into the next year when they've started 10 games.
I think one thing I found, and you may see this with the defensive guys too, is you can spend more time on technique, on the little things with your defensive ends than you can so much having to teach how you line up and go here, right?
Instead of lining up and which gap they're supposed to be
Right.
in, and where they're supposed to be going. I get to teach them to squeeze and all the fundamentals, like you said. It's just much easier, but also allows me to focus more on the younger guys also, because I got the 2 starters that have done it for 10 games, and it allows me some time to focus on the younger guys as well and get them ready for next year.
Now, you and I go to JV games just about every week with the offense, and you're with the defense. Talk about your philosophy with the JV defense and what we're looking to accomplish with that program.
Well, this is my 2nd year calling the defense for the JV squad. It's been an interesting year because it's good at times, but bad for our JV team. We've lost our quarterback, our running back. We've lost a few guys on defense.
Had to send them to the varsity.
Yeah, but that's, like you said, we send them to the varsity, which is our ultimate goal of getting them prepared to play for Friday night. So, like you said, getting them to go, losing them for JV is rough for us, but seeing them play on Friday nights is awesome. They're getting their shot, and that's ultimately what the JV's for, and you get them prepared for Friday.
Yep, I think it's such an important part of our program, and sometimes they don't get the amount of practice time. They don't get the amount of attention they might need in practice, but those games are critical for them to get those snaps.
Oh, yeah. That's what I got, because like I said, my 2 defensive ends are seniors, so I've got to get guys ready. And the JV time, that's their time to play. They understand their role. Hey, I practice Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I play on Thursdays, and then Fridays I kind of see the live action and get ready to. Right. That's going to be me next year. So.
How about your responsibilities on Friday night? What are you doing during the game? What's your role with the defense?
Well, me, Kit, and Scott are on the sidelines. Kit obviously calls the calls, and then Scott's echoing the secondary calls, and I'm echoing the calls for the guys up front. And also, I'm kind of in charge of special teams. I get the special teams charts ready every week. I make sure that we've got 11 guys on the field. We, like Coach Land says, special teams is not a time to take a break. So we make sure that we got the best guys lined up for special teams, and I'm there to make sure they're all lined up and ready to go.
I don't think people understand how hectic of a job that can be, because you're pulling players from offense, defense, and you've got to make sure they're all together. Talk about that. What you do to make sure you've got the right guys in the right places.
Oh, well, luckily we've got Coach Johnson and Coach Pritchett.
Right.
They're on the sideline with us. They're freshman coaches, but they help out tremendously to make sure that their guys are where they're supposed to be. But like you said, I'm mainly in charge of punt, but I've got 9 guys ready to go, and I've got 2 guys on offense. So I've got to make sure that when they're running off the field of 3rd down, they got to remember to stay on the field. Yep. And it's chaos at sometimes.
Let's talk about punt team for a second, because that is a coach told me this years and years ago. He said that's the special team that will get you beat faster than any other special team.
Oh yeah.
Because you can give up obviously a block, you can give up a return, you can. There's lots of things that can go wrong on a punt. Tell me about our punt team philosophy and what our, I guess, kind of setup or goal is with it.
Oh well, I'm a defensive coach, so I kind of take pride in the fact that 10 of our guys on our punt team they're defensive guys, and they're used to using their hands and hitting and getting down the field and covering. But like you said, a block punt can change a game tremendously. We had one block last year at Harrison. They scooped it and scored on us, and it's a killer. And even this year, we had a bad snap over the head, and it cost us a shutout. So I mean, right there, 2 instances off the top of my head where that's completely changed your mindset, and then the guys got to get back on the field immediately after that.
You got to teach it. They've got to block, and then they've got to run and tackle. It's not just blocking or just tackling, right? It's
getting down the field, staying in your lane,
absolutely,
and cover the guy. Because usually the guy back there, if they're anything like the guy we got back, they can run, they can get around and move. So we got to get down the field and get them down.
Now you said earlier you're a defensive guy, but at heart,
you're
really an offensive lineman.
Offensive
played
lineman.
Offensive line in college.
Yes.
I keep trying to talk you off the ledge back from the dark side.
Yeah.
But what has coaching defense done from your perspective as an offensive, formerly as an offensive player that maybe didn't think much about defense?
Well, offensive tackle, that's kind of Matt. He asked me at the beginning, right when I got hired, what I would like to coach, and he kind of told me that defensive ends is a spot that they had open, and that's the guys that I blocked through high school and college. So getting to see the other side of it, I'm teaching my guys what to do on the perspective that I know what they're trying to do to you as being a former offensive tackle. So it's good to see it from the opposite side, and I know when I can tell them they're down blocking or I know what I'm talking about because that's what I played, and it's easier for me to translate what they're trying to do to my guys and
But you still have to speak real slowly because they're defensive linemen, right?
Yeah.
Real slow and real plain.
Even when we get down, we split off offensive, defensive line. I usually work with the twos, and I find myself helping some of the offensive linesmen sometimes and my defensive guys get mad at me, but
There you
I'm
go.
just watching what they're doing. So.
Well, before we let you go, update us on your family real quick.
We're good for the first time in the almost 6 years I've been in Dalton now. We're all in Dalton. My wife works in Dalton now. We got the kids in daycare in Dalton, and we live here. So
How old? Update ages?
4. Colton just started a pre-K program at his daycare, and then Kay just turned 1. They're outside running around right now. They can't get enough of this place. So.
All right, very good. Well, thanks for coming on. Appreciate everything you do.
Thank you.
Stay right here. We'll be back with more Catamount football in just a minute.
Ford of Dalton, your hometown Ford dealership, offers our exclusive 10-year, 150,000-mile limited warranty and our $1,000 low price guarantee. Ford of Dalton, I-75 exit 336 or fordofdalton.com.
Home is a place where all are welcome. It's where the story begins. It's not a place, it's a feeling. Home is where the heart is. At Furniture of Dalton, we handpick each of our 150 brands so that you can find your perfect heart's desire. Come see what you've been missing at Carpets of Dalton and Furniture of Dalton, the destination that brings you home. Exit 328 off I-75.
At Engineered Floors, we make sure better is in every detail. Technology has always been the foundation of Engineered Floors, pushing past what we believed was possible. Rather than having several buildings for each part of our manufacturing process, we put everything under one roof, from beginning to end, which means easier production, faster turnarounds, and better work environments. When it comes to the environment, we've taken extra care to leave a smaller footprint, especially as we grow. Stain-resistant, pet-friendly, durable, beautiful, guaranteed. We create our flooring with our customers and their daily needs in mind. We are invested in this community and the economy that has been created by the industry we love. And after all of this, we still know that we can do more. As long as our customers need us, we'll continue to fearlessly pursue better.
Ford of Dalton, your hometown Ford dealership, offers our exclusive 10-year, 150,000-mile limited warranty and our $1,000 low price guarantee. Ford of Dalton, I-75 exit 336 or fordofdalton.com.
All right, we've got our first guys for our player interview segment. Guys, welcome to the show and introduce yourselves, please.
Caleb Hernandez, junior, outside linebacker, 42.
I'm Major Hernandez, junior, DB, 26.
All right, Caleb, let's start with you. So tell me about your role as an outside linebacker in the Dalton defense. What's the main task for you?
Well, my role as an outside linebacker is to read the low hat or high hat.
Now, explain what you mean by somebody watching may not understand. What are you saying, low hat or high hat?
Well, I read the tackle, and if he gives a low hat, that means I go and rush.
It means he's run blocking, right?
Yeah, he's run blocking, and if he gives a high hat, I go to the curl and read the pass.
Gotcha. So tell me let's talk about stopping the run. What's the most challenging? Is it a guard pulling on you, or is it a running back leading on you? What is it? What's the toughest?
The most challenging part about it is the linemen when they come around and to block, because they're all big. So you gotta get low and be ready to hit them hard.
Well, you get some practice against Ozzie and Christian and Manny. We got some big guys to battle with, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, so tell me about the communication aspect of your position, because you got to communicate with the other defensive guys, the other front seven guys. Talk about that part of it, how important that is.
Well, the communication part is really important because everybody has to be on the same page, and the outside linebackers have to just read the run or the pass and just be on the same page for everybody.
Yep. What do you think your best game this year has been so far?
I think my best game this year was Northwest.
You had about, 15? You were all over the place that game.
12.
I remember that. 12 tackles, right?
Yes, sir.
12 tackles. So what made it? What was flowing for you that night? What had you going?
I guess just seeing all the fans out there had me going. The team had me pumped up, and just making the tackles made me even more.
How special was that atmosphere that night with both sides packed, right? Both sides yelling and screaming. Talk about what that does for you as a player, how that makes you feel.
Well, as a player, it makes me feel like everybody's watching, so I have to do my best and just 100% every play.
All right, very good. Well, thanks for coming on. Appreciate
you.
everything you do. All right, Jay, let's talk to you. Now tell me talk about your role.
Oh, I'm a corner, so like I can't let no deep balls pass me. I can't let the running back or the receiver get outside of me to get the sideline. And I just got to make my plays whenever they get the opportunity.
I think one thing that's interesting, we were talking about communication with those front seven guys, but with you guys on the back end of the defense, you're spread out from sideline to sideline, and you've got to all be on the same page, right?
Yes, sir.
Talk about how important that communication is and how you guys get signals across with each other and get everything communicated.
Well, Coach Carpenter gives us the defense like in the coverage, and then Coach Thompson's on the backside. Like if you're the backside corner, he's over here like on the backside of you, giving the coverage call. So then we echo the call all around to the safeties and then the other corner on the opposite side of me.
Make sure everybody's got it and everybody knows what they're doing, right? You
Yes,
can't have
sir.
somebody in cover 2 and somebody in cover 3, right?
No, sir. You
Doesn't
can't
work
do
out
that.
too well, right?
Yes, sir.
What do you think so far this year has been your best game? What would you say?
Probably say Sprayberry, honestly. I think I had a lot of tackles that game.
Yeah, yeah. Who's been the toughest guy to cover so far?
That dude from Harrison.
Number 3?
Yes, sir.
What made him so good? I mean, he ended up catching quite a few passes against us. What made him so good, do you think?
He would break his routes early, and he would find a place where the outside linebacker or the corner would not be, and he would just fit right in that hole.
When you line up against an opposing receiver, what are some of the things you're looking at before the ball snapped to maybe give you a cue or a clue on what he's about to do?
Well, I look at his feet, see if he's ever going to go in motion or if he's like on and off the ball, so I know. And then whenever it's in play, I gotta see how fast he is at first, see if he's faster than me, or see if I could stay with him, or back up a little bit more. Just all depends.
Right. It's kind of being a lineman, my perspective of the game is everything's very close and tight, but you guys are way out there in space. It's got to be an interesting feeling to be standing out there, nobody within 20 yards of you, right?
Yeah.
You're kind of lonely on an island.
Yes, sir.
So what are you thinking before the ball snap? You just get your you got your keys and just kind of getting ready mentally for the whatever.
It just depends what coverage I'm in. So let's just say if I'm in cover 3, that means I got deep third. So then if he bails off the ball fast, I know he's getting the ball. So that's when I gotta get on my horses and go. But if he just jogs off the ball, then I know he's either gonna block me or he's just a lazy receiver. Yes, sir.
And that's a great point you make, because that's such a key for you guys. I mean, if he comes bursting out of there, you know something's happening, right?
Yes, sir.
But when he's lazy, he may be on the backside of a running play. He's not doing anything, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's a good lesson for receivers. They need to go hard every time, don't they?
Yes, sir.
All right, very good. Well, thanks, guys, for coming on the show. We appreciate everything you guys do. And good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Stay right here, back with more Catamount Football in just a minute.
Why should you make the switch to First Bank of Dalton?
My bank gives back to our community.
My bank understands our changing needs.
My bank made my dream home my home.
My bank has the tools I need to manage my business.
My bank helps me save.
My bank make decisions locally.
Need more reasons? Stop by and see why First Bank of Dalton should be your bank for life.
Big things are happening at Hamilton. Anna Shaw Children's Institute, People's Cancer Institute, new physician practices near you, and Hamilton Medical Center is #1 for overall hospital care. Hamilton Healthcare System, health for life.
Are you tired of driving to Chattanooga to have a great dinner? Look no further than Walnut Hill Farm right here in Whitfield County. We are now serving dinner on Thursday and Friday nights. Our team of Matt Barrett and Jason Joseph have put together what we believe is the finest menu in Whitfield County. With a wine selection of over 50 bottles and 50 miles of mountain range in the background, this will be your go-to for romantic dinners and dinner with friends. We look forward to seeing you out here, 5 o'clock on Thursday and Friday nights.
Back to finish up our player interview segment. Guys, welcome to the show, and introduce yourselves, please.
Hunter Noland, junior, 25, receiver.
Yvenson Vignier,
number 7, senior athlete.
All right, Hunter, let's start with you. First off, you've been around Catamount football for a long time.
Yes, sir.
You were one of the little ratty ball boys on the sidelines while your brother played here.
Yes,
So
sir.
tell me from your perspective what it means to be playing on Friday nights now and be wearing that red helmet.
You got to work hard. You got to be dedicated on the field and off the field. Got to stay focused and determined.
Yep. Don't have your cast on now. Been off for about a few days, right?
2 days.
So talk about the injury you had and getting back into shape now.
Against Harrison, I was blocking one of the corners, and we ran the ball, and then I fell into this big pile, and I came out. My hand was hurting, so I just finished the game. I didn't think it was that big of a deal. Then I went to the doctor on Monday, and they said I had a broke hand, so I had to get a cast, and I had to take a few weeks off. So I'm ready to come back and play against Allatoona.
All right. So you have a knack for when somebody's watching the game and they see number 25 running around out there. You have a knack for finding the open spot on a defense. Talk about that. What do you do? What do you see? What are you looking at when the ball snaps?
Well, first I look at the linebacker, seeing the outside linebacker, and seeing what he's seeing. If he's gonna rush, I could tell. All right, maybe I need to sit down right there. If I need to keep going, I could find the open space. I'll see how far the free safety is gonna drop, how many steps he's dropping back. Just find the open area.
Now you're a really good wrestler also. So how does wrestling and football, how do they help each other? How do they translate with each other?
Footwork, I guess, I don't know, just hard work.
How about toughness?
Oh yeah, that too.
I mean, you're not the biggest receiver running around in our league, and you run into some big linebackers and corners and safeties. And talk about that part of it. I mean, because you're pretty much outweighed by everybody that you go up against.
I guess when I go to practice for wrestling, I wrestle bigger dudes. So I guess when they slam me or something on the field, when they hit me, it equals out. I guess It doesn't hurt as much.
Right. So back to practice this week, off week. Get ready for Allatoona Buccaneers, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Thanks for coming on. Appreciate everything you do.
Thank you.
All right, Vince. Let's talk to you. First year as a Catamount. Tell me what's it meant to you so far being here at Dalton and being a Catamount.
First, it's fun. And the environment is crazy because here in Jersey is different. So, yes.
Means a lot more here, right?
Yes, sir.
Yep. So, tell me about first big game was the home crowd when we played Northwest. How did that feel for you running out on the field and seeing all those people? What were you thinking? What was going on in your head?
First, that was a good experience for me because I never experienced something like that before. So I had a lot of fun, a lot of people. I never see that much people come to a football game before. And yeah, I just have fun.
So let's talk about where you are as a player. You started out mainly just doing special teams, a little spot defense here or there. Now you've moved into a pretty significant role on offense. You scored a touchdown Friday night.
Yes, sir.
Tell me about that. How did that feel? What was going through your mind there?
It was crazy because Coach told me, you're going to get the ball, you're going to get the ball. So I was like, I can't drop the ball because last week I could have do good too. I could have scored last week, but I didn't do it. So I was too nervous. But this time I had it, and I had the opportunity, so I took it.
Now, another thing you bring to our offense is your blocking. You had 2 or 3 knockdowns Friday night. Talk about that part of it. That's something that your team be getting a really good understanding of now. Tell me about that.
I just gotta do the best for the team. So what I gotta do, I'll just do it for the team. I sacrifice my body.
You like going in there and lighting those guys up. I see you on film. I see you looking at them.
Yes, sir.
What does that do for you? Get you excited, get you pumped up?
Yes, sir.
All right, guys. Thanks for coming on. That wasn't too bad, was it, Vince?
No.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, we'll be back with more Catamount football after these messages.
You know what makes Carpet Express different from other flooring companies? We care about you. So that you can make the right choice for your home, at Carpet Express we offer carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, ceramic tile, and luxury vinyl tile. We don't only sell you a product, At Carpet Express, we offer quality installation backed by a warranty. We don't stock 1 or 2 products. At Carpet Express, we stock up to 100 different products in each category at affordable prices. So come to Carpet Express where we care about you.
Blue. Blue is big. You've got the deep blue sea, the big blue sky, and more people in more countries like blue than any other color. That's big. And in the world of real estate, blue stands for one of the biggest brands, Coldwell Banker. 91,000 agents across 47 countries gives you a super-powered Rolodex and the marketplace muscle of a brand recognized from Indiana to India. So join the blue, join Coldwell Banker, and start doing bigger, better, and bluer things in real estate.
Well, it was certainly a nice evening for football down there. No bad weather, no rain, and relatively cool. Felt pretty good, didn't it?
Absolutely. It was a great night for football. Great atmosphere, very old stadium, very traditional.
We played there when I was in high school.
Yep.
So
it's real old.
It's real old, that's right. Real old. Coming out here with a good read by Parker right here on the inside zone. They were really playing, they were really selling out on the backside, and nice job of him reading that play and pulling it and getting a good run right here.
Need to block out there, though.
Yeah.
Don't get surprised.
Power right here, good job by Brant.
Good patience right there by Jameer, too.
Yep. On mashing the linebacker when he came around the corner. You can really see how they're selling out.
Yeah, and we just, that to answer the question, we just really did not have the capability to get those guys out of the box.
Right.
I mean, not in the environment that we're in right now, currently with our roster where it's at and the injuries. Hopefully this week we will be able to do that. Once again, great job right here by J.J. Robledo.
We actually got the ball all the way down to the 3-yard line and then had 2 holding penalties and then backed us up.
That's right, 3rd and 35.
Yep.
Crazy. Great play right here by A.J. Hernandez. Love seeing A.J. get out there and make some good plays for us. He's one of our juniors. We talked to her earlier tonight on the show. Always seems to make a big play when we got to have it. You always want to win first down. We did there and got the stop.
Back with the sprint out. Heck of a catch right here.
Yeah.
When he threw it, I said, oh, man, that may be picked. And Kareem goes up and makes a heck of a catch.
Got a knack for doing that
He
here
really
as
does.
of late. I mean, he's
Sure
really made
does.
some good plays.
Good catch. Good job running after the catch, too.
Yeah. Love seeing the way those guys play down the field like that, those linemen get down there after the throw. Great job here by our defense. We gave up so many pounds interiorly to these guys that they really were hard to stop. You'll see how big and physical they are. And Black is supposed to be slimming. So obviously it doesn't help.
That's
so
right.
You can see there, very physical, very big.
Big fellas, yeah.
Yeah, but they drove the ball down, and of course they got a score there, and it goes up 7-3.
Just a little quick throw to Jameer here. Does a nice job of getting out and getting on the edge.
Good job by Yvenson Vignier there on our play.
End up stalling out and having to punt.
Another sound job also by JJ in our punting game as well. He averaged a little over 38 yards on the night, which is for high school is very, very good, very good.
Yep.
Great job here, Malachi Gregory. Malachi comes back later on and has a key interception for the half. He played a very sound game for us the other night. Here you see a bad snap. Great job by our defense trying to scoop and score, and Lane Cox getting on the ball. Lane had a rough night that night. Those big old guys were on him all night long, but he fought, made some good plays, had over 10 tackles, and a fumble recovery. Certainly what you need out of a senior linebacker.
Absolutely.
See another play right here. Good job, Caleb Hernandez coming in to get the ball. John Ross trying to scoop and score, and then, of course, Gabe Hill and Lane Cox getting on the ball.
Can't do anything with that turnover, unfortunately, and end up kicking.
Good job by Harrison Jones on the snap and then getting down the field. So they take the ball, get a few key first downs, and then right here, great job by Malachi making the interception. And I'm going to tell you something. I want to say this on the screen. John Ross right here was called for a block in the back, and it was not. It was a clean block. He was into his chest, put him on the ground. This guy here, I'm not sure really what he saw, to be honest with you.
Yep. Good call right here on the reverse. They were really selling out on us, and very good time to call it. And wind up, Journey does a good job, gets the ball down to about the 22 yards. He stepped out of bounds. I forgot about that. Gets the ball out about the 22-yard line.
That's a good example to show you, though, how they're keying on Jameer.
Oh, yeah.
That's what Jameer does for your offense when he's not running the ball. He's going to draw it like flies. And you saw right there 6 guys, but literally around him on his first step.
Went back, buck sweep. Good block by Brant and Idre pulling out there. And you can see they really did a nice job of running to the football. There's 7 or 8 of them running around.
And then right
good
here.
Good play action. Yep. Good throw. Good catch by Vince.
Absolutely.
A lot of excitement. Look at Idre.
Those guys love him, man.
Yep,
he is a hard worker. Good throw right here by Parker Adams. He saw the window. And a great job by Vince running the right route this week. We had that last week, but perfect timing right there.
Got a little overzealous on it.
That's right. Got a little nervous. Solid kick by Pepe Lara. Go up 10-7. Another good kick right here, and you're going to see Gabe Hill, I believe, comes in, hits the ball, and then right here you're going to see Yvenson Vignier again get on it and get the fumble recovery. Ball at the 7-yard line. That's exactly how you want to end the half right here. So big hit, puts his helmet right there on the ball. And once again, love seeing all those guys around it right there. Bryson Benton, David Garcia, A.J. Hernandez.
And watch this right here. Vince makes a block, Jameer makes a block, and then Maurice just runs a guy over.
That's right.
That's a heck of a job by our skilled guys right there. The big guys get credit for blocking, but look at Vince, look at Jameer, and now watch Maurice. That's physical. That's physical skill players.
That's right.
There. That's really good.
Love to see Maurice do that. Yeah. Maurice Howard is going to be a star for us. And right now, he feels in a very, very important place for us.
So go in 17-7 at the half.
Home is a place where all are welcome. It's where the story begins. It's not a place, it's a feeling. Home is where the heart is. At Furniture of Dalton, we handpick each of our 150 brands so that you can find your perfect heart's desire. Come see what you've been missing at Carpets of Dalton and Furniture of Dalton, the destination that brings you home. Exit 328 off I-75.
Hi, I'm Dr. Reginald Sherrill. Are you tired of sweaty underarms and dealing with deodorant stains on your clothes? We're performing a procedure called Mirror Dry. It's safe, non-invasive, sweat and odor-free, deodorant-free. It is clinically proven and FDA approved. I've had the procedure and it really works. The procedure takes about 1 hour, it's local anesthesia, and works immediately. Call our office, Dalton Plastic Surgery, 706-226-3311. 706-226-3311.
So great job right here as we open the second half. Wanted to come out and get a stop. We always focus on trying to stop them on the first drive and then certainly trying to score as a result of that, stealing in essence a series from them if we've taken the ball early in the first half. Right here you see a great job Manny coming in and kind of giving us a little different flavor in there in the middle. Not quite as quick obviously, but not as light in the pants either. And you see good penetration right there.
He
great
shoved
job.
That center back into the.
He sure did.
Back into the running back.
Allowed Tyson Swope and a few of those other guys to come in there and make a great play. Once again, we're able to not do anything with the ball. Kind of petered out there, so we wind up coming and punting. Get a good punt down on the goal line. I mean, down inside the 10, and just great job. Our defense really came out. You see a lot right there, Brock Johnson. You see Gabe Hill, great technique right there. Tyson Swope, and then, of course, Brady Penley, a sophomore, and Brock Johnson, sophomore. 2 guys coming in there making great plays for us. They move the ball, get it out of the hole, though, get it out about midfield. Another great play there by Lane Cox. They do drive the ball down, and right here you see some good play right here in the D-line. Ryan LaRue, and a great job right there. And then here, big hit ball on the perimeter. Gabe continues to be a big-time hitter for us. But once again, they pick up a first down, move the ball in, and score on a quarterback sneak to make the score 17-13 because they missed the point after attempt.
Get the ball down, backed up. Here comes a power, and thought, boy, that guy just got his hand on him right there. But
just got him.
Yep. Thought he might get away when we first started watching it.
Good adjustment here on the
Good
power,
blocking,
though.
yeah.
And a good move there.
Yes, very good move.
Can't excuse that.
But look at, I mean, that's a defensive end right there running with Jameer.
Yeah, 33.
33, yeah.
Yeah, that shows you.
The athleticism.
That's right.
So we got the ball out to midfield, but just couldn't finish that drive, couldn't get any points.
Another great kick right there. And here you see our defense really came to play right here. So Coy Gray's in. We go into the fourth quarter, 17-13, get a stop, come back out on offense.
Good pass to Jameer. Breaks it. That was a third down, I believe. Picked
Yep.
up first down.
Yep.
Horse right there, but ended up having to kick. It's story of the night.
Another
Couldn't finish
sound
that drive.
kick. So see you right here, Ty Swope. You see Brock Johnson, Gabe Hill. Some good play right there. We're able to stop them, but they punt it down, and we kind of not mishandle, but we get pushed back inside of our own 10-yard line.
End up having to kick, can't get a first down, end up having to kick it out of the end zone, which never. When you're backed up like that, the rule is you want 2 first downs before you have to kick.
Absolutely. So we give them a short field. And then right here, certainly our defense comes out, do the best they can right here. You see 24. He's a little gimpy right now. He had gotten hurt, like I said, I think in the middle of the third quarter. But right here, number 6 is just so fast and so shifty. And, once again, they're able to move the ball down. Another big play right here. Good job. Don't know how that's not a holding call right there when you got a guy wrapped up, but it is what it is. But a great play. And then right here, you see it one more time. So we go into fourth down. Ball's on the 2-yard line, 4th and 2. And they do a good job of moving the motion man across, flooding the zone, and reading our linebacker and throwing into the curl zone.
2 minutes left. We got our young quarterback in his first 2-minute drill situation.
Yeah,
other than practice. Good job of standing in there and throwing the football. Good catch.
Good job right here. Karim really has a knack for coming up with some good balls.
He sure does.
And he likes to go up and get it in contested situations.
Both our tackles are, Ozzy's still gimpy with his ankle, and Christian hurt his elbow pretty, tricep pretty bad.
And you can say he's not even using his left arm there.
They're not, neither one of them are where they need to be physically right now, health-wise.
Well, we really thought we had a chance right here moving the ball down. Great job moving it. He evades, gets out of the pocket, puts the ball up in the air, and just right there at it.
Yep.
Right there at it. So good luck to Sprayberry, certainly a worthy opponent and played a great game. Thank you to our fans that made the trip down, and certainly our boys played hard as well.
Why should you make the switch to First Bank of Dalton?
My bank gives back to our community.
My bank understands our changing needs.
My bank made my dream home my home.
My bank has the tools I need to manage my business.
My bank helps me save.
My bank make decisions locally.
Need more reasons? Stop by and see why First Bank of Dalton should be your bank for life.
Big things are happening at Hamilton. Anna Shaw Children's Institute, People's Cancer Institute, new physician practices near you, and Hamilton Medical Center is #1 for overall hospital care. Hamilton Healthcare System, health for life.
Are you tired of driving to Chattanooga to have a great dinner? Look no further than Walnut Hill Farm right here in Whitfield County. We are now serving dinner on Thursday and Friday nights. Our team of Matt Barrett and Jason Joseph have put together what we believe is the finest menu in Whitfield County. With a wine selection of over 50 bottles and 50 miles of mountain range in the background, this will be your go-to for romantic dinners and dinner with friends. We look forward to seeing you out here, 5 o'clock on Thursday and Friday nights.
All right, Coach, let's talk a little bit about our November 1st game with Allatoona.
Yep.
We know these guys pretty well. They know us pretty well.
Yeah.
Quality team.
Very, very high quality. This is a team that we've gotten to know very, very well. Actually going back to 2010, 2011, 2012, back in the old Region 5 when we were in that and we played together. Gary Varner is a great friend of mine. And before I would say anything about athleticism, before I'd say anything about numbers, the one thing I say is they will be well coached. They'll know us inside and out. Every weakness that has been exposed in the prior 8 games are going to be they're on projector every day next week, showing those kids. That's right. Rewind.
No, they're going to try to put their thumb on that weakness.
Yeah,
and
that
just
bruise.
exploit it.
That's right. So that's where it all starts. They're going to be well coached, but then they are very athletic. Just talking about them offensively, you probably should do the offensive breakdown since you have an affinity for it. I know you would.
I keep threatening to transfer to Allatoona because they run the eye.
If we could get more than 2 boxes of tape, Bill, we might bring that in play.
You're going to see a tight end, and you're going to see a fullback, and you're going to see trap, you're going to see counter, you're going to see toss sweep. You're going to see all the eye plays.
You're going to see Dalton. From 2000 and
5 years ago, right?
Yeah.
And back when Coach Nape was here, and even prior to that, but they run the eye, and not many teams run it.
That's
so
right.
it now presents a challenge.
That's right.
For our defense to prepare for it,
That's
and
right.
and they seem to always have a tight end, but now they've got a receiver to go with that tight end, right?
Well, what they do is they just run the waggle so well. They run the fullback into the flats. I mean, that's really the only route they really run consistently. They're going to throw a post here or there, something like that. He's big and tall. He's got great speed, and they'll just throw it out there to him, and he's a 50-50 guy. He's going to go up and get it, But the other part is they just hammer you so much with the running game. It sets up the play action, which for them is the waggle and the boot, better than probably anybody else. From a defensive standpoint, first time this year we've seen a true 3-3.
Yep.
Now that doesn't mean they'll be in that. It's not that we keep when we talk about 3-3. The only real exposure we have around here is probably Calhoun, maybe Sonoraville, some other teams like that we've played. But this is a different 3-3, correct? I mean,
is
it's different.
and they don't really even line up. You sit there and you watch the first 5 or 6 games we already have right now on film, and you're looking at them, and you don't really see them in a 3-3 that often. There's an end standing up. Sometimes both ends are standing up. A lot of times the nose is in a gap one way or the other.
Right. They'll go to bear.
The outside backers walk up. I mean, they do a lot of things. They're going to give, and I'm sure they're going to give us a lot of looks.
Oh yeah.
Out of that front, and they've got some really good looking front 6 people. I mean, the down people and the linebackers.
And when you start talking about the secondary, you got guys that can run, always good size, guys that can hit. So at the end of the day, you've got the mix to me to probably be, I mean, like I said, they're one of those teams that when we get to where we're doing our preseason planning, they're the team we know is going to be there consistently, week in, year in and year out.
I think they went right to the edge with Harrison, right? I mean, it was 21.
Yeah, 21. Yeah, 21-17. I think.
21-17. They lost. They lost Harrison, so they're a fine football.
And they have the top kicker in the state, so you're going to see a guy that they're not going to mess around. They're going to kick it in the end zone, and then they're going to kick 50-yard field goals, and then they're going to punt the ball 55 yards.
And then I think they're going to go beat the Falcons.
That's not monumental right now, but you're right. They're well enough. They're good enough to do it, it seems like, for sure.
All right, let's take a break. We'll be back with more in just a minute.
Hi, my name is Charles R. Hicks Sr. I'm the owner of Transformers Transmission Complete Auto Repair Specialist, and we are excited. It is football season. Another thing that we're excited about is our new facility opening here at 844 Sugar Road in Dalton, Georgia. Our other location at 815 East Walnut Avenue is still open to help continue your car service. So just give us a call at 706-529-2706. And from the Transformers family, God bless and have a beautiful day.
With VidLink, OptiLink's exciting new entertainment platform, you'll have the freedom to stream VidLink content on multiple devices, even when away from home. Plus, with VidLink, you can access the widest array of content on the market. You'll get great features like Restart, Replay, cloud-based DVR storage, all HD programming, and so much more. Contact us today to see how you can get linked to the next big thing in video entertainment.
Buy from the pros who know at Proformance Sports Academy. Our pro shop has one of the largest selections of bats, gloves, and cleats in the North Georgia area, featuring Rawlings, Wilson, Louisville Slugger, DeMarini, Mizuno, and the largest New Balance cleat dealer in the area. We provide baseball and softball gear for travel leagues, rec leagues, middle school, and high school programs. Get your baseball and softball training, equipment, and uniforms from the former collegiate and professional players who know at Proformance Sports Academy. ProformanceSportsAcademy.com.
All right, Coach, come down to the final segment here. Let's talk a little bit about bye week.
Yeah.
And like you said earlier, this comes at a great time. We've had 6 very physical football games, got some guys banged up.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts on bye weeks? What are we looking to accomplish the next 2 weeks?
Well, you established the first goal, and that's to get healthy. I mean, at the end of the day, we've got to mix work with getting enough rest.
Mm-hmm.
We Mondays has become a day of hydrotherapy where we actually get in the pool and work out a lot of our injuries. That will probably be utilized more than once. We will probably do that 2 or 3 times, just try to get our bodies in a non-gravity state, try to begin to work through some of the soreness that we have. Right. Second thing is, and I think this is the piece that sometimes you lose sight of, it's an opportunity to work some younger guys because you're not in the grind of having to develop the game plan for Friday night. So now, instead of just everything being geared toward doing your fundamentals, your blocking, your tackling, your individual time, your group time, your agilities, now we can take a little bit of time and scrimmage those seconds. And now we can spend a little bit of time where they're not running somebody else's offense or defense. They're actually going to be in there working on what we do. And we can get, and it's kind of good. We're hitting a little stretch. We're going to have a JV game this Monday. We'll have a freshman game on Thursday, and then another JV game next Monday. So that's even better. It happens at a time we were able to kind of put that together to where they'll get some real work during this time. I think the third thing, though, to me, is the thing that I've learned is probably the most important. And that is, this is the moment to scout yourself. This is when you give the defense your offensive film, you give the offense the defensive film, and you go basically say, now, prepare as if you were playing us. Tell us our tendencies. Tell us our tendencies on offense, by hash, by red zone, by yard line, by formation, by personnel, defensively. Break us down. What do if we go 3-by-1 formations or 2-by-2 formations, these are the fronts we get in. These are the blitzes. We like to run these in the red zone. So there are so many internal questions that when you're game planning, you don't really have time to drop back and look at. There's just not enough time to do that. And so this allows us the opportunity to kind of look at exactly what we've done, the body of work, and begin to really kind of scout ourselves. Now, the fourth one to me is kind of where you and I and all the coaches, I think this is what maybe separates us. And that is, not only does now somebody else evaluate you, now you evaluate yourself. You evaluate how you're coaching a group, right. The tackling drills you might be using, the blocking drills you might be using. You get to the season, and particularly game 8 and 9, and you find yourself maybe neglecting some of those things that, to be honest with you, you should have moved on from.
Right.
But you see some of those ugly habits beginning to come back in. And so I think the best thing about this week is it's going to allow us an opportunity to kind of stop the clock, go back in time, catch some of those August and early September drill work that we did, getting ready for the season, and just kind of reestablish ourselves as a fundamental team first. And so I think those 4 things is the main thing we want to try to get accomplished in these 14 days.
Your last point, and people that aren't at practice every day maybe don't understand, you get into a point in the season where you do the fundamental work is really heavy in preseason and early part of the season, but then as the players start to get into their roles and they develop their positions and their roles on the team, it becomes now more a lot of game planning and scheming and how are we going to do this, these types of blocks or what for offensive line guys. And going back, just watching the film after South Cobb, we were looking and you noticed some things on technique. You say, okay, we need to go back. And last week we went back and did some pulling drills that we hadn't done in several weeks. We did some low to high drills that we haven't done in a couple weeks, just trying to reinforce some of that technique stuff, because if you lose that, you can have the greatest schemes in the world, if you don't have the right proper technique, you're going to get beat.
Absolutely. And from a defensive perspective, you know, we have the way that we play 2-by-2 formations and 3-by-1 formations and tight end formations and 2-back formations. But as you go through the season and other teams develop tendencies, you maybe walk away from some of the fundamental things that you do because you have to play what they do.
Right.
And so you begin to start doing some things that, quite honestly, maybe at times might be a little fundamentally unsound, but it's fundamentally sound for the team you're playing. So I think this is also a good time defensively to go back and really kind of look at yourself and say, okay, let's go back to our kind of like reset, reboot, go back to ground zero, and let's make sure that what we're doing is sound as we move forward. I think the next part, though, is really important, and that is you have to evaluate now your special teams. You're 5 to 6 games into your JV season. You've had varsity injuries.
Right.
This is the time that some of those younger guys should be stepping up at least into those special teams roles, whether it's a punt block, whether it's punt coverage, kickoff return, so that you're able to take some of your starters off and get them a rest during those special teams moments before they go back out on the field. So I think this is happening, first of all, at the right time for us, and secondly, it probably happens at not only the right time physically, but mentally as well. We really need this mental time to get in the film and start watching ourselves, like you mentioned, some techniques, and really evaluate, you know, let's see how we've kind of changed over 8 weeks. Let's go back to that first step being this way, outside foot, outside nut, whatever it is, and really working on those things.
All right. I think one other thing, too, to mention, if you see a new face on the sideline, that's Amanda, our new trainer.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
From Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. She's a Tennessee fan, so really excited about having her on the staff. But
she's great.
I was going to say.
Yeah, her name's Amanda Holt. She's just moved in here, and she is so gracious. So just a very humble person, but just has a great relationship with our players. And not only that, very, very what I call cognizant of what's going on within the game. I mean, the other night we had a couple of guys go down, and I mean, she was on the spot, made the evaluation, and was communicating with us. Hey, this guy, he needs a series off, or this guy's ready to go back in. We got him taped up, bandaged up, covered up, get him right back in. So it's good to have, and I would be remiss to not say we're so thankful for the relationship with Hamilton Sports Medicine. They do an outstanding job providing these trainers for all of our local schools. It's not just Dalton, all the schools in the area, and they work so well with AOSM and some of our other medical providers as well to really address the physical needs of these young men and young women. We've both had girls that have played basketball, and so it's great to have that on the sidelines. It's a real peace of mind.
So if you see her, tell her welcome to Dalton, and we're certainly glad she's here with us.
Absolutely.
All right, let's close up the show like we always do. We'll be back in 2 weeks, same cat time, same cat channel.
Go Big Red.